Yeah. What's up, everybody? Assignment number 12. Um, about frame rates and such. Um, the FPS, frame per second. This is the rate at which a game can render individual and unique consecutive frames in order for the game to be seen on screen by the human eye. And this is, in video games, this is what the speed at which the image is refreshed. So every video game has a frame rate which can vary from 1 frame per second to infinity, but the maximum FPS that a game can render depends on how powerful the hardware is the game's running on. Like PCs can run over 60 frames per second, as our consoles like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360s only have about 30 to 60. Low frame rate uh, of a video game are, you get glitchier uh, games that slow you down, not to be confused with lag. You get slower button responses and stuff like that. Um, for console games, like I was saying, PCs can run higher and better frames. Consoles typically have a set frame rate by by developers, um, and I think 30 frames per second is the most commonly locked because the technical limitations of the hardware the games run on. I think this also goes with most TVs that we have now. Run about 30 to 60 frames per second. So the lower the frames per second, um, the slower the game's going to be. I couldn't really find anything that would show me or give me examples of games with frame rates except for modern games, which are all pretty much 30 frames per second, um, especially like online games and first person shooters and stuff. I'm guessing games like earlier and like from the Nintendo and earlier consoles, games like Tetris and stuff had could have lower frames per second, um, because they weren't moving very fast. Everything was pretty much stationary. Um, I think I was reading that 29.97, 2430 is a frame rate that's standard for the NTSC, which is a television standard in America. So everything from DVD players to game consoles that work with NTSC devices output a frame rate of 29.97. So it's only natural to find that as a common format. Motion capture versus performance capture. Uh, well, um, in video game development or filmmaking, that refers to the recording of actions of human actors and using that information to animate digital character models in 2D or 3D um, computer animation. When it performance capture, this is where it differs because the motion capture is just the motion of the body and stuff. And that performance capture includes the face and fingers, or the subtle expressions. Um, uh, yeah, the this is a lot faster than just animating from scratch. Um, the animation data is often mapped in 3D models, so the model just performs the same actions as the actor. Uh, Explain what the uncanny valley is. Um, I think in general, the character, um, the characters conjured up by this artificial, graphics or motion capturing and everything are uncannily lifelike, but they're kind of freakishly not quite right. And I think that's the distinction between the two. Uncanny Valley. Um, like you see an animated character that's extremely lifelike, looks like a human, but isn't isn't one. It's animated, so there's not a connection between that animated human and a real actor, and they don't consider that acting apparently. So I'm just gonna chill out here, pop a question up there, and you guys can, yeah.